what I did is I have made a bowl, a big bowl, and you can see that the lip has been fluted. I'm going to show you how you trim a decorative edged bowl. Now the problem with trimming a bowl like this is that if I lay it on its head, it's going to rock somewhere. I'm going to show you how you trim a decorative edged bowl. This works for smaller bowls as well as large ones. It's just that with this large bowl, I'm going to have to use a very large amount of clay. So I'm going to set this aside right now, and I'm going to show you the technique that I use to do this. First, I need a lot of clay. I'm going to use about 15 pounds of clay, and I'm going to center that first right here. I have 3 clumps of clay, each of them about 5 pounds. And I teach my students this because they don't like to wedge 15 pounds of clay, so I just teach them to go ahead and use a amount that they can control, like 5 pounds. We're going to pat those into a ball. I'm going to slap it down. Move these and slap that down right here. I'm going to press it down right around the edge. So for that, I'm using the palm of my hand and I'm pressing it, and pressing it as it spins, as I spin it by hand. Okay, I'm going to grab the next one. Make sure it's in a ball. And it doesn't really have to be like a perfect ball. I just need a really nice rounded spot. So that rounded spot is going to slap right there on top. That could catch an air pocket. Can you see the little air gap right there? So we want to slap it down on the part that won't catch air. I'm going to pound it down as I spin it around. So it kind of goes down and covers the other. Round it up. Do the same thing with the last ball. Now, there's a reason I don't want to catch any air pockets, because if I go through all the work to center this amount of clay, after I'm all done, I'm going to make a pot with it. Last ball. All right, this is what I call slap centering. So I'm not adding water to this guy yet. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to slap it as I spin it slowly. What that's going to do is going to slowly start slapping this thing closer to center. So it allows me to use less strength. You can waste a lot of strength in the centering process, but this is going to make it so it's more centered all together in its lump. And all I've been doing is this. Okay, I'm going to consider that pretty good. If I get it spinning, just see how it's just a little bit off. It's not that bad. So I don't have a whole lot to go now that I've slap centered it. In fact, I can sit there and I can still do this. I can see which side is off. The side is, and I can pat it on that side and get it closer to center. Now it's even closer. See, so I can use less strength that way. This kind of stuff does not take a lot of muscle, and it doesn't take a lot of strength. So right now, as it is, I could use this. It's actually, we'll call this a hump, but there's another name for it. It's called a chum. A chum is a mound that goes up inside like a big bowl. So we're gonna check it out and see if this is big enough for my bowl. If it is, then I could use that right there. I could use that as the trim, because this isn't even hitting the bottom. Okay, so the big thing now is to see if this is centered. So if it's not, which it isn't, see how far off it is? It comes around, hits my finger there and goes away from it. I'm gonna stop it when it hits my finger, and I'm gonna put that closer to the middle. Just a little bit right there. Now I'm gonna pressure right there as I slowly trim off the excess. I'm trying to put that tool over here where you can see me using it. And one of the biggest problems, honestly, with trimming large bowls is, and anything large, is that most of these shavings, but what it does mean is that I'm getting chunks all over the floor. So after I finish this, I get to sweep up. That's your biggest, in my opinion, that's the biggest drawback for making large pots, is cleaning up after the trimming, because a lot of large pots need a lot of trimming. You can see I just pushed on it a little too hard. Now look. So I gotta readjust. Make sure I'm in the right spot. You can see this is a little dry right now. You can see it coming off in crumbles rather than in strips. But it's still leather. It's still on the hard side of leather, which just means that I just need to be a little more careful with it. Maybe if I used a little bit more clay than that, if I would have used all 20 pounds of clay, there's a chance that I wouldn't have to readjust like that. Also, if you want it to stick a little bit better, but I don't really like to do this, but you can use some water in there. If I would have put some water on that hump, on the chum before I put the bowl down, it would stick to the bowl really hard. But where I like to try to adjust it, I want the ability to adjust it. I don't do that very often. I'm gonna need another tool, different tool for that. Go ahead and trim out some of the bottom part now. All right, we're gonna call that good. There you go. Take a look at the bottom. There it is, nice trimmed bowl with a fluted edge. It's still sitting on there on the top of that mound. Just gotta sign it, then it's done. There we are. There it is, signed and finished. I like to put a little beveled edge underneath there so I can actually pick these things up by their foot. There it is. That's where it's been sitting. If there's any clay stuck, you have to kind of scrape it off, but it looks really nice.